Hey youth, it's Pastor Dallas here. I hope that each of you are doing well and remaining safe and healthy in this time. As you may know by now, we simply can't meet for youth group in person as it's just not safe to do so at this time. We definitely want to do our part in containing the virus, and so the government, the medical professionals have advised that we don't gather in groups more than necessary. So we will not. We'll take these practices and apply them, social distancing and containing ourselves, quarantining if we are feeling sick, because we really do want to respect and appreciate the hard work that they're doing to contain this virus. And so that being said, we're not going to be able to meet in person here for the next little while, but that doesn't mean that we have to stop doing youth group. We just have to do youth group in a different way. And so some of you know by now, we're going to be doing youth group online. And that might scare some of you guys, especially if you were here the night that I tried getting on Snapchat. But it's the gifts, the tools that we have at this time. And so we're going to be, every Friday night, we're going to be airing an episode of either the youth group 412 Tonight Show called 412 in Real Life, or alternating weeks we'll be doing roundtable discussions with myself and the youth leaders or other youth pastors around the region. And those roundtable discussions we want to air live so that you guys can be interacting with it wherever you are. And so we've created this text line that you guys can text into. The number for that is 204-400-3608, and the key word that you'll text in is question. After that, you'll get a response, and from there you can ask whatever question you have pertaining to God, to faith, to life. Again, those will be live. That'll be every second Friday night, alternating from the 412 in Real Life Friday night videos that'll be posted. So to find those, you can look at our YouTube page, which is 412 Student Ministries. That's how youth's going to look in the next little while, but by no means do we want to just say this is it and stop there. We want to listen to any ideas and input that you might have. You guys will have a better read on all of this stuff than I will, or even the youth leaders, as we continue to age. And I know we're so old, but you guys know this stuff better than we do. So we're asking that you guys would reach out, give us any ideas you have, even if it's just a game that you've seen played on the Tonight Show, the Late Night Show, any of those shows that we all know and love, that you'd love to see us record. We would love to apply that to what we're doing. And so please feel free to reach out to myself, one of the youth leaders, and we are all ears for ideas, especially in this time. Last week, God gave me an image that we were a football team, the offense, and we were all ready to carry out the next play. The countdown clock was going, winding down, and suddenly the coach, God, calls an audible. And an audible is where the play gets shifted up. So the play changes entirely. All of us are in a new position, a new stance than we were before. And that might be how you feel right now. Maybe you feel like an audible's been called in your life. Now you've got to be contained at home. Now you can't interact as much as you could last week. And it feels like the play is completely changed. But even though that's how it might feel right now, our goal is still the same. We're still staring down, focused on the end zone. We're still focused on winning the game, bringing honor and glory to our coach. And so our focus has not changed. And that's exactly the same for youth ministry here at 412. We will not change our focus on the leaders of today leading the leaders of tomorrow. We see this as an opportunity for you guys as the leaders of today to be reaching out to your friends, to your co-workers, to family members who you know are going to need someone to reach out to them in the days ahead. And that can look entirely different in the ways that we do that. It could be social media, it could be a phone call, a FaceTime call, it could be sending people gifts and memes that you think might brighten their day. Whatever it is, the sky's the limit. We're all called to be thinking outside of the box in this time as we stay focused on the goal and carrying out on our mission that Christ has given us to make him known and make disciples of all nations. So coming back to, for a moment, just that online youth group, we want you guys to be a part of that. And there are numerous ways that you can be a part of that, whether it's editing videos just giving us input, whatever that might be, or commenting on the videos, especially when it's a live stream. We want you guys to be as much a part of this as you feel called to be a part of it right now. And again, the sky's the limit. I'm not going to know all the ways that you can be a part of it, but I know that God will call each of us in this time to use the gifts that He's given us to reach out in love. In 1 Corinthians 9 verse 22, Paul writes, "I become all things to all people, that by any means possible I might win some for Christ." And isn't that so true of you and I right now? We've all been called to become something that we maybe weren't last week. Never in my life did I think that we would be doing youth entirely online, but here we are. Maybe you never thought you'd be a social media influencer, but you see that you have a platform right now that you can be spreading hope in this time. A platform that you can be proclaiming the gospel from in this time to your friends whose lives have been disrupted. If you think of the world as a garden, maybe you've seen these garden tools. They're kind of weird looking things. The handlebars aren't straight, they're kind of like an S, so it's an awkward thing to hold. And then it's got 4 sharp prongs on the bottom of it. And what that tool is used for, I don't know the name of it, but it's used for breaking up dirt that's become hard and calloused and just used to how things are. It's seen day in, day out, nothing really changes. And so that tool comes in and it breaks the dirt, it softens the dirt, it shakes up the dirt's normal routine so that something can be planted there, something beautiful. And you and I, we as believers in Jesus Christ have something beautiful to be planted. And that's the message of the gospel. Today there's people in the world asking questions that they've never asked before. Today there's people from your school, your friend groups, your work that are thinking about things that they've never thought of before. And that's an opportunity for you and I to reach in, to speak out in love, to say, hey, I know things can be scary right now, especially right now, but I know where there's hope to be found. I know where there's a foundation that you and I can stand on that will never be shaken. That is Jesus Christ. That's the opportunity that you and I have right now. And for many of us, that's going to require becoming something that we were not last week, so that by any means possible, we might win some to Christ, because we know that He is our only hope, He is our only foundation we can stand upon, and He is the only one in whom we find purpose, identity, and meaning. And so it's a unique time, but at the same time, it is a prime time for speaking truth, for reaching out in love to God, to His people, and to the world. One thing that I do want to encourage you guys to do while you're at home, in quarantine, or even just socially distancing, is to make sure that you're taking care of yourselves too. Make sure that you're getting a lot of sleep, make sure that you're eating well, working out, exercising, making sure that you're doing those things that are really healthy for your body, your mind, and then your soul. Make sure that you're spending time with God in prayer, in His Word, getting to know Him more and more. Because as we've shared the last couple weeks, know God and knowing yourself will take care of itself. And so what a unique opportunity we have now to spend that quality time with our Heavenly Father, who loves us so much and wants to spend that time with us. So that's pretty well it for this video. Again, I just want to remind you guys that next week, March 27th, we're going to be airing our first episode of 412 in Real Life. I encourage you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel, 412 Student Ministries, and then you'll never miss a beat of the videos that we're posting. We are going to try and post daily videos with just daily challenges or encouragements from each of the youth leaders, just to encourage you guys. It's going to be a great celebration when we can be together again. So we miss you guys, we love you guys, and we hope you guys are doing well. Please feel free to reach out to myself, one of the leaders in this time. We are here for you, and we're cheering you on. We'll see you guys real soon.